Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing the MCQ for Introduction to Law. So this is part 1 guys. So I'm going to be uploading part 2 and part 3. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe for more videos to come. So let's begin with question number 1. Question number 1. Law can be defined as number 1. Unwritten but formal rules of conduct. Number 2. Informal rules of conduct. Number 3. Primal rules meant to guide human behavior. Number 4. A body of rules of conduct which has binding legal force. So guys, here the correct answer is number 3, which says primal rules meant to guide human behavior. So let me highlight the answer. Question number 2. The different nominative systems correspond in the sense that number 1, all the systems govern human behavior. Number 2, all the systems bind all communities. Number 3, the sensation for all the systems is the same. Number 4, the sensation for all the systems is enforced by the same agent. So guys, the correct answer is number 1, which says all the systems govern human behavior. Question 3. The corpus laris civilis is the number 1, codification of Roman classical law by Roman jurists. Number 2, codification of Roman law by Justinian. Number 3, codification of Roman law Catholic Church law known as canon law. Number 4, codification of law by the Groot and Voigt. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which says codification of Roman law by Justinian. Question number 4. Which one of the following countries' legal system falls within the common law legal family? Number 1, Germany. Number 2, the Netherlands. Number 3, Belgium. Number 4, Australia. So guys, here the correct answer is number 4, which is Australia. Question number 5. Themba and Thandi argue while they are waiting for a taxi at a taxi rank. Themba shouts at Thandi, "Thandi, you are a prostitute." Thandi is very upset about the incident because some of her co-workers also heard what Themba shouted. She approaches you for a legal advice. Which branch of private law will you use to solve her problem? Number 1, criminal law. Number 2, law of person. Number 3, law of procedure. Number 4, law of personality. So guys, the correct answer is number 4, which is law of personality. Question number 6. The common law of South Africa usually refers to number 1, unwritten law which develops from customs within a community. Number 2, Dutch law play Satan which was used during the 17th century in the Cape. Number 3, writing on law by 17th and 18th century Roman Dutch jurists as interpreted by our courts. Number 4, the law of our country which is contained in legislation. So guys, here the correct answer is number 3, which says writing on law by 17th and 18th century Roman Dutch jurists as interpreted by our courts. Question number 7. Which court decision cannot create a president? Number 1, High Court. Number 2, Supreme Court of Appeal. Number 3, Magistrate Courts. Number 4, none of the above. So guys, the correct answer is number 3, which is Magistrate Court. Question 8. Supremacy of the Constitution means A. Parliament declare any law that is consistent with the Constitution to be unconstitutional. B. The Constitution prescribes standards which must be followed in order to make all law consistent with the Constitution. Which one of the following is correct? Number 1. A and B are correct. Number 2, A and B are incorrect. Number 3, A is correct, B is incorrect. Number 4, A is incorrect, B is correct. So guys, the correct answer is number 4, which is A is incorrect and B is correct. Question number 9. Jonathan Jones is in grade 8. He battles with mathematics. One day his teacher loses her temper, gives him a hearing and calls him a stupid monkey. The next day Jonathan refuses to go back to school and his parents go to the headmaster. Which fundamental right of Jonathan has been infringed? Number 1, his right to life. Number 2, his right to good name. Number 3, his right to human dignity. Number 4, his right to physical integrity. So guys, the correct answer is number 3, which is his right to human dignity. Question number 10. In terms of the Section 36 of the Constitution, the court will take certain factors into account in order to determine whether a limitation is justifiable. Which one of the following is not a factor the court will consider? Number 1, nature of the right. Number 2, purpose of the right. Number 3, nature and extent of the limitation. Number 4, purpose and importance. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which is the purpose of the right. Question number 11. In terms of the Civil Union Act 17 of 2006, gays and lesbians can enter into a marriage. Number 1, true. Number 2, false. So guys, the correct answer is false. They can enter into a civil partnership only. So let me highlight the answer. Question 12. Maureen is involved in a serious car accident, as a result of which she is paralyzed. She wants to institute an action against the road accident fund for the amount of 10 million. In which court will Maureen institute her claim? Number 1, Constitution Court. Number 2, Supreme Court of Appeal. Number 3, High Court. Number 4, Magistrate Court. So guys, here the correct answer is number 3, which is High Court. Question 13. Mr. Mahlobongwane reads through his grandson's study guide for Introduction to Law. He comes across the term jurisdiction. He asks his grandson what his legal term means. His grandson explained that jurisdiction means the following. Number 1, the nature of the court's proceedings. Number 2, the court's competence to hear the matter. Number 3, the geographical area of the court. Number 4, the nature of the relief that is claimed. So guys, here the correct answer is number 2, which is the court's competence to hear the matter. Question 14. Complete the sentence by choosing the correct option. The plaintiff in a legal dispute is always the party who, number 1, files the appeal. Number 2, bears the burden of proof and therefore presents his case first. Number 3, pays the state on his side. Number 4, pays the amount of damages. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which says bears the burden of proof and therefore presents his case first. Question number 15. Section 3.3 of the Right of Appearance in Court Act 62 of 1995 determines that attorneys who have acquired the right of appearance in the High Court may also appear in the number 1, Parliament. Number 2, the Supreme Court of Appeal. Number 3, the Constitution Court. Number 4, none of the above. So guys, the correct answer is number 3, which is the Constitution Court. Question number 16. Indicate the correct statement. Number 1. Jurists all agree the concept law is easy to define. Number 2. The law does not have to change and adapt as society changes. Number 3. The law has to balance different interests of different individuals. Number 4. Moral and religious norms never overlap with legal norms. So guys, here the correct answer is number 3, which says the law has to balance different interests of different individuals. Question 17. Mr. Nkomo and Mr. Masina farm in the area of the N3 highway to X-Code. Mr. Nkomo is the owner of the farm Madikwe, which is adjacent to the N3 highway. Mr. Masina, owner of the farm Java, has a right of way over the farm of Mr. Nkomo to get to the N3 highway to escort. Number 1. Mr. Nkomo has a limited real right over his farm. Number 2. Mr. Masina has a limited real right over his farm. Number 3. Mr. Nkomo has a limited real right over the farm of Mr. Masina. Number 4. Mr. Masina has a limited real right over the farm of Mr. Nkomo. So guys, here the correct answer is number 4, which says Mr. Masina has a limited real right over the farm of Mr. Nkomo. Question 18. Consider the following two statements. A personality right is a right to physical integrity which other person must respect. B. A personal right is a right to performance against another person or persons. Which option is correct? 1. A and B are correct. 2. A and B are incorrect. 3A is correct, B is incorrect. 4A is incorrect, B is correct. So guys, here the correct answer is number 1, which is A and B are correct. Question 19. Several factors contributed to the reception of English law of the time of the British occupation of the Cape during 1806 to 1910. Which of the following did not form part of these factors? Number 1. Judges and advocates received their legal training in England. Number 2. The English jury system was received at the Cape. Number 3. The English law was formally received through legislation. Number 4. The writings of Johannes Voigt were used in legal practice. So guys, the correct answer is number 4, which is the writings of Johannes Voigt were used in legal practice. Question 20. Which of the following legal system cannot be grouped within the civil law legal family? Number 1. Dutch legal system. Number 2. English legal system. Number 4. French legal system. Number 3. French legal system. Number 4. German legal system. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which is English legal system. Question 21. Legal philosophy jurisprudence is the field of law which looks at law from a philosophical perspective. Therefore, different perspectives have emerged. Which one of the following is not a perspective of legal philosophy? Number 1. Conflict of laws. Number 2. Feminism. Number 3. Natural law approach. Number 4. Critical legal studies. So guys, here the correct answer is number 1, which is conflict of laws. Question 22. Temba is fined for driving 60 km/h zone. What type of law has he transgressed? Number 1. Common law. Number 2. Private law. Number 3. Statutory law. Number 4. Constitutional law. So here guys, the correct answer is number 3, which is statutory law. Question 23. Consider the following case reference and complete the following sentence by choosing the correct option. In the case of Nori and another versus Francis 1998, 4 SASCA, France refers to number 1, plaintiff, number 2, defendant, number 3, appellant, number 4, respondent. So guys, the correct answer is number 4, which is respondent. Question 24. Which one of the following indicate the purpose of an act? Number 1, short title, number 2, long title, number 3, section 1, number 4, preamble. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which is the long title. Question 25. Consider the following. Supremacy of the Constitution means A. The Parliament can declare any law that is inconsistent with the Constitution to be unconstitutional. B. The Constitution prescribes standards which must be followed in order to make all law consistent with the Constitution. Which option is correct? Number 1, A and B are correct. 2, A and B are incorrect. 3A is correct, B is incorrect. 4A is incorrect, B is correct. So guys, here the correct answer is number 4, which is A is incorrect and B is correct. Question 26. In what chapter of the Constitution will you find the Bill of Rights? Number 1, Chapter 1. Number 2, Chapter 2. Number 3, Chapter 3. Number 4, none of the above. So guys, the correct answer is number 2, which is Chapter 2. Question 27. Indicate the incorrect statement. In the Bill of Rights, non-derogable rights indicate those rights which, number 1, are entirely protected by the Constitution. Number 2 are to certain extent protected by the Constitution. Number 3 are never protected by the Constitution. Number 4 may never be infringed or suspended by the Constitution. So here guys, the correct answer is number 4, which is may never be infringed or suspended by the state. So guys, we are nearly done. We are only left with 2 questions. Question 28. Who of the following is not possible role player during a criminal case in the magistrate court? Number 1, attorney. Number 2, interpreter. Number 3, state advocate. Number 4, the witness. So guys, the correct answer is number 3, which is the state advocate. Question 29. Complete the following sentence by choosing the correct option. The decision of the High Court in Senecal versus Rodit 1983 2 SA 602T is binding on number 1, the Supreme Court of Appeal. Number 2, certain magistrate court. Number 3, the Constitutional Court. Number 4, more than one of the above mentioned court. So guys, here the correct answer is number 2, which is the certain magistrate court. Question 30. Which of the following is not the characteristic of the law? Number 1, the law governs human behavior. Number 2, the law functions through political institutions. Number 3, the law is enforced by a state organ. Number 4, the law must be obeyed by the whole society. So the correct answer is number 2, which is the law functions through political institutions. Guys, good luck with your exams. Please tune in for more videos.